Hey guys, welcome back to another impressions video, and today I'm going to talk about the newly released Mario Kart 8 for the Nintendo Wii U, a highly anticipated game for myself and apparently for many others, because when I went to pick up my pre-order on day one, they were sold out of the game and the Wii U bundle that comes with this game. So that's a pretty good sign in my opinion. Hopefully that means that people are out there are more aware of the Wii U, and this game is selling good for a good reason. I mean, it's incredibly fun, and it's typical Mario Kart. It's a very well made game. It's very fun, and the game just looks fantastic. And even though the game came out like a day ago, I already beat all the cups in the game. And I already put like about 2.5 hours on the online mode, so I'm ready to give my impressions, I guess. And I have to thank the people from the Another Gaming podcast. They held a game night, which they invited a lot of people that were guests and fans of the podcast. So we had a really good time. And but I'll start talking about the single player mode first. And being a Mario Kart veteran, if you will, I've been playing this since the very first game came out, I believe in '92. It took me only like 3 hours to beat all the cups in the game. I played the game on 100cc, which is the regular or medium difficulty, and for me it was a little bit too easy. And then the problem is that when I jump to 150cc, it's a little bit too hard for me. So it would have been nice for me if there was some kind of in-between difficulty or challenge for me. But 100cc was a little bit too easy, but nevertheless, still very fun. And like I said, there's 4 cups that have new tracks that are specific to this Wii U game, and then there's 4 classic cups with older tracks from the Mario Kart games for the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, the DS, and even the 3DS. The Mario Kart 7 tracks are make an appearance on those classic cups. So took me about 3 hours to finish that, but the good news is that this game has a lot of replay value in the form of unlocking all the characters, unlocking all the parts or the different upgrades that you can have to your cards, and also you can unlock stamps. You can collect stamps. So if you are a completionist, there's a lot of material in this game to go back. And the good news is that the online in this game works really good. Like I said, we play for about 2.5 hours with the Another Gaming podcast crew, and no lag, no rubber banding at all. I did get disconnected like two or three times, but that's probably because the servers are being overloaded right now with people trying to play the game. But other than that, the online was nearly perfect, which is a very welcome thing on my book, and very impressive because Nintendo doesn't have a pretty good track record when it comes to online games. So a very solid online mode that keeps offering added replay value. And we did play different game modes. We played the regular, free-for-all. We played the battle mode, which I do have to say that it's very disappointing because the battle mode on Mario Kart 8 doesn't have battle-specific tracks. So you're basically playing on the regular tracks. You're free to go backwards or the regular way. But it's very disappointing that Nintendo didn't really make specific tracks for the battle mode. So I do have to say that's a big negative on my book, because battle mode, as far as multiplayer goes, it's so much fun, and I think that's a missed opportunity and a really weird decision by Nintendo to miss out on the battle mode like they did with this game. I'm assuming they were trying to meet a deadline or release the game as soon as possible or something like that, but a little bit frustrating on that regard. But as far as everything else, the single player mode, again, I just want to go back to say that I think Nintendo did a good job in balancing as far as the items. The blue shell is not as annoying as it used to be. They did add some items that block the blue shell, namely the horn item that if you have that and you're in first place, you should hold that item as long as you can. But I think the overall balance as far as the item distribution and as far as the difficulty is a little bit more fair, but it's not optimal. I would really like to see Nintendo improve on the AI when you're playing the single player mode. Sometimes you can tell that the AI is just out to get you at all costs, especially on 150cc. I mean, it's almost like all 11 opponents that you have against you, they're against you and you only. Like, they don't fight against each other. It feels like that way. So it's a little bit frustrating, but then again, that's a little bit part of the frustration of playing Mario Kart. But as far as a comparison, I think, for example, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform, I think that game handles the AI difficulty a little bit better because it rewards your skill. I feel like that game rewards skill a little bit more than Mario Kart does. So hopefully Nintendo, they do some minor adjustments for the next installment of the Mario Kart series to make it perfect. Now, as far as the graphics go, I have to say that this is easily the best looking Wii U game. And I found myself, right after you finish a race, you have a highlight reel option where you can rewatch your replays. And I've been watching my replays and just putting in slow motion and looking at the reactions that the character models have in this game. If a blue shell goes right next to you, goes by you, your character turns around and looks at the blue shell. When you get hit, the face animations, they're different. The particle effects when you're drifting or when you get hit by something. It's just really, really fun to watch your replays in slow motion and just see the amount of detail that the characters have. It's super crisp and colorful, and the best thing about this is the performance. Solid 60 frames per second. So when you combine all of that, it's eye candy every time you race in this game. It's just a fantastic looking game, and it goes to show that the people at Nintendo EAD, they're one of the most talented studios in the industry right now, and they can make really a game look so great. Just the overall art direction and the overall quality of the graphics is just amazing in this game. Easily, in my opinion, the best looking Wii U game, and it goes to show that the Wii U, it's capable of having pretty nice looking games. So very, very impressive. Also, when you go underwater and you come out of the water, your characters have this I guess shine on them, showcasing that they're wet and everything, and it just looks great. The lighting effects, everything. This game is definitely an amazing looking game. The soundtrack, it takes a very high point. When you play the classic tracks, you're gonna hear new remixes of the old soundtracks from those particular levels, and it's great. The game sounds great and catchy tunes, and it's fun to listen to. So graphics are great, sound is great. The controls, well, it's Mario Kart. It's the controls are very tight. They're very responsive. It's top notch. It's one of the reasons why Mario Kart remains as one of the top racing arcadey type of racing series in the industry because of the controls. They're incredible. So like I said, some negatives about the game are the battle mode. It's a little bit frustrating that they don't have specific tracks. The AI can be tweaked, in my opinion, a little bit better to perhaps rival the Sonic All-Star Racing games, which in my opinion, again, they reward skill a little bit more, and Mario Kart is a little bit more like luck based as far as the items you get and whatnot. But overall, this is a very solid game. Like I said, it took me only 3 hours to beat the entire game, but I'm gonna go back for more because I want to unlock all the characters and I just want to replay all the tracks. Not to mention you can do mirror, so you can just to add a little bit of replay value, and of course the online mode, which again, it works great and it's just really fun. It's really just fun jumping into the online mode and playing against people from all around the world. It's just fun and it adds a lot of replay value. And not to mention the time trial, I forgot to mention that as well. You can race against Ghost and you have ghost data that can be, I believe, downloaded from other users, or you can race against the ghost data from the beta testers at Nintendo, I think. So again, just a little bit more of replay value thrown at you. So Mario Kart 8, a very solid game, in my opinion, a very good reason to own a Wii U, if you ask me. Another solid game. I don't know what else to say. It's just a very great game and a must-have if you own a Wii U system. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.